Alright guys, what is up? This is Logan, also known as LRXC on Pokemon Showdown. We got ourselves a doozy here. We got Wheelie Carbonated on the bottom, don't know much about them, new to the ADV scene, and on the top we have a seasoned ADV player, Z Panther. This dude has a wife and he's still playing Pokemon. No, that's definitely gonna be me, let's be real. Anyway, yeah, Z Panther makes some ADV content on YouTube. Pretty solid all-around ADV player. And they switch in Ments into a Focus Punch. One of the best Heracross switch-ins. Heracross is definitely forced out. This Heracross is not gonna get cute. Don't you dare think it's clicking HP Ice. This dude has like 35 base special attack. Random fun fact, by the way. Did you know that the only special move that Heracross can learn in Gen 3, not counting hidden powers, is Thief? That is the only special move that Heracross learns. Anyway, this T-Tar takes a chunk from Dragon Claw. What? Looks like it could be a mix Ments. T-Tar has to fear Brick Break here. I don't know what the pivot out into that Brick Break is. If there's like a Starmie in the back. Hopefully Wheelie Carbonate realizes that this T-Tar is in trouble. Something that comes into Brick Break should come in. I mean, Gengar would be a cool pivot into here. With Heracross as the lead, oh, got Porygon 2. I mean, hey, that makes some sense. Hydro, what? It's Pump Ments. That's a tech from Radazi to handle Claydol. Helps Mix Ments do big damage to Claydol, and you know, does some huge damage to fire types. T-Tar. Yeah, in comes Skarm on the T-Wave. Porygon 2 makes sense on this team. It's Thunder over Thunderbolt. That is hilarious, but Porygon makes sense. I mean, Heracross gets owned by Dugtrio. Tyranitar hates Dugtrio. Why not reverse trap it so Dugtrio doesn't do everything that it wants to do? Here comes Celebi in on the Thunder. Does it get paralyzed? No, it does not. From Z Panther, I think we might just expect Arrow Swampert in the back. Anyway, Porygon 2 takes big damage from that Psychic, honestly. 41%. Both of these mons might want to recover here, unless this Celebi doesn't have recover. Let's see what happens here. Celebi could also just click Leech here. Wonder if this is trying to catch a Heracross on the switch. I doubt it, though. I doubt that Psychic was what it was doing. I mean, Celebi's pretty safe into Porygon 2 in general. And we see a Leech Seed here. Z Panther's definitely just going to go back out to Skarm. Does Wheelie Carbonate predict this and switch back out to something that threatens the Skarm, such as hilariously a Thunder Porygon 2? Nope, they're just going to stay in and mash. Does big damage to that Skarm. This Skarm is dead with that attack boost. Oh, well, actually, after Protect... Oh, it gets paralyzed on the Protect turn. Unfortunate. Skarm probably lived that next mash, but here comes Ments, and it's getting lefties and Leech recovery here. Awkward spot for Wheelie. Could just go out into Porygon 2. Brick Break is probably not on this set. Oh, here comes Coon into the Fire Blast. I feel like you should have gone Coon earlier, but maybe it was, I don't know what the Coon was afraid of instead of just going Porygon 2, but I guess, you know, they wanted the T-Wave off on the Ments. This might be an Ice Beamless Suicune. My bad, sorry guys. Either way, here we go. What in the world? Celebi comes in on the Ice Beams, taking big damage. The Suicune is faster than the Celebi, so this Celebi is dead to another Ice Beam. Z Panther's on the ropes. What is handling this Suicune? Is there a Zapdos in the back? No, it's this Tyranitar. Oh god, fast Suicune is looking like a huge issue here. How is this T-Tar gonna handle it? I mean, doesn't Coon just pump this thing? What is T-Tar doing? I really don't know what T-Tar's doing here, but maybe there really is nothing better in the back. Maybe T-Tar just wants to chip down the Coon so that, like, Arrow can finish it off. A tough matchup here. Yeah, Wheelie's thinking here. Wheelie's a little bit confused. Why did Tyranitar come into my Suicune? I don't know. I feel like I would just pivot out into Heracross here. I mean, you're ahead Mons so much. I feel like I'd just go Heracross. DD Tyranitar can't kill Heracross with anything. I don't even think +1 double edge kills, if I'm not mistaken. It would have to be some crazy Hyper Beam set, and Aerial Ace doesn't exist. Hydro Pump, there it goes. Down goes T-Tar. Wow, is Z Panther's team this weak to a fast Suicune? I really don't understand why T-Tar came in there instead of Metagross. Now Metagross does threaten the boom. I think Z Panther has to play around Wheelie trying to play around a boom and like not click boom here actually. Unless Z Panther thinks that there's something in the back that can defeat all of these mons when Suicune is off the field. But yeah, risky business here. And you know what? Pump can even miss. I don't even know what Wheelie wants to sack here. Maybe you just click Earthquake. I don't know what kind of Metagross this is. There's no spike, so you can't tell if it's like a lefties gross or a banned gross. I don't think it's banned gross. Maybe it is. I'm not really sure. I'm really expecting a Zapdos in the back though. That's the main thing that I'm expecting. I mean, I could also see Swampert, but I feel like, you know, being this weak to a fast Suicune seems scary. Starmie seems really scary for this team. Yep, there comes Metagross. Good play from Panther. Just Earthquaking, not allowing this Metagross to come in on that boom turn. Let's see if Z Panther can mount a comeback, or if Wheelie Carbonate, no clue what that name means, can come back. Here comes Selby. Makes sense. Porygon 2 makes a lot of sense on this team. I kind of like the look of this team. I mean, look at all these mons that are weak to Dugtrio. Porygon 2 eliminates it, and then can spread Paralysis for Heracross and a T-Tar. Hey, kind of cool stuff. This coming in against the Metagross instead of a Heracross or a Suicune doesn't make much sense to me. Really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But let's see what Wheelie Carbonate's idea is. In comes Aerodactyl, threatens HP Bug. Selby will die to this HP Bug. Does Wheelie Carbonate call that switch? I wonder if Z Panther doesn't even click HP Bug here and click something else. I don't really know what Wheelie Carbonate would want to... I mean, I feel like Wheelie Carbonate might want the Porygon 2, you know, to spread Paralysis. Also Ice Beam the Salamence. Heracross doesn't seem like it's doing much here. Like, it can chip down that Mence quite easily. Oh, got some police sirens going on. Anyway, you guys probably can't hear that. It's HP Bug, not HP Flying. Heracross should just come in here. Maybe Coon, but I think Heracross also makes sense. You know, if it has Sub, it can click Sub. Maybe it's just 4 attacks. It can click Rock Slide here. Here comes Porygon 2. Does this drop to the band? No, this probably doesn't drop the band HP Bug. But you allow Metagross to come here for free unless it clicks T-Wave and then recover. I think you... unless you're saving this in the back, you might have just wanted to T-Wave that first. Metagross gets the attack boost. That's scary. Here comes T-Wave. And it's Lum! This is nightmarish. This is why you T-Wave first. This is nightmarish for the Porygon 2. Metagross is gonna KO this Porygon 2. This is scary. If Metagross kills the Porygon 2 and then booms on the Suicune, we're looking at Heracross Tyranitar versus Salamence Aerodactyl. And I like the odds for Z Panther there. You can Hydro Pump the T-Tar, finish that off. Fire Blast the Heracross. And not kill it, but do huge damage. And then Aerodactyl likes that endgame. Alright, here comes Suicune. Man. I mean, Suicune's faster. Do you pivot out into T-Tar? Oh, let's see. No, you don't. And Earthquake doesn't kill. Suicune is alive. Has to hit the pump here on the Metagross, though, or this is trouble. Hits the pump. All right. Let's see what's the come in and try to finish this off. We know it's not HP Flying Aerodactyl. So Heracross won't die in any one hit. So if you go Arrow here and you click Rock Slide, yeah, I mean, you gotta go Mence and Revenge just because Mence does huge damage to these two and softens up for Aerodactyl. This makes too much sense. Wow. I think Z Panthers pulled this one back. Where did Wheelie go wrong? I mean, I think Wheelie went wrong in letting the Celebi die for one. Probably should have pivoted something in. And Z Panther just maneuvered well with the Metagross. I don't think Porygon 2 into the, like, not T-Waving the Metagross was not a good idea. Yeah, because, I mean, just think about how big of a difference that would be if that Metagross was T-Waved, and then you could just, like, Thunderbolt it, or I guess Thunder it, hilariously. But either way, gotta hope for a pump miss, and then, I mean, this is over, though. This is over, because, like, yep, oh, it's Brick Break, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you usually run Hydro Pump over HP Grass anyway. But yeah, alright. Well, Z Panthers won game 1 and quite the comeback. Wheelie definitely had some different ways to play that I think could have nabbed them a victory, but let's see what game 2 has to offer. Alright, game 2, Wheelie Carbonate, switching up the avatar. New year, or new game, new me, says Wheelie Carbonate. Lead meta, lead T-Tar. Want to switch that T-Tar out. Wheelie's pretty incentivized to just click mash here. Could get cute. Alright, Wheelie Carbonate says, I'm chopping redwoods on RuneScape. Multitasking. I don't know if that's the play in an ADVOU game. Z-Panther's thinking about this. Goes into Fortress on the mash. Mash does some good damage. So we got a 4 squad. That pretty much means it's going to be Pursuit Tar. So we know we're not looking at a DD Tar unless there's like a Houndoom in the back to Pursuit Trap Gengar instead and to open up for a DD Tyranitar plus Spikes. So let's see what happens here. Spikes comes out. Tyranitar comes out. Wheelie Carbonate. Representing that this is a Fire Blast Tyranitar. Z-Panthers are going to pivot to Suicune on the Fire Blast. Nice play from Panther. Personally, I click Thunder expecting the Suicune. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, here comes Blissey on the Coon. Coon's going to set up a Calm Mind. Or it's just going to Surf. That works too. Does Z-Panther want to go back out into Fortress and just keep setting up spikes? Seeing that Wheelie Carbonate didn't seem like they wanted to go into a Spinner right away. Maybe there's a physical breaker in the back for Z-Panther. You usually see something like a Swampert or a Metagross here to take rock attacks, because even though Fortress is a steel type, doesn't resist rock types. Nice double into the Tyranitar there. Great move into the likely Fortress coming in. Z-Panther can't go back out to Suicune with this Wheelie Carbonate double again. No! I feel like you gotta capitalize. I mean, you got the Suicune's coming in, obviously. You gotta have something in the back that can pressure the Suicune. No way Z-Panther stays in there with Fortress. That was a great double, but I feel like you had to click something else there. You got to make the double and then capitalize off of it, but Wheelie sees it differently. Here comes Starmie. Yeah, you had to go some sort of Starmie, right? But Starmie's going to spin it away here. Yeah, you could have doubled into Starmie and gotten a free spin. There could be a Gengar on Z-Panther's side, but it's Tyranitar instead and eats a Surf instead of a spin. Wow, Z-Panther was really trying to catch Starmie on the spin, and then a max HP Tyranitar eating a Surf and then trying to Pursuit or Crunch the Starmie on a 50-50. Pretty risky as opposed to just going into Blissey. I don't know what the T-Tar switch there was for when you have the Blissey. I guess just trying to catch the spin and then crunching it, but yeah, now this Starmie can just recover up. Revealed that it's most likely a defensive Starmie with Surf, Rapid Spin, Recover, T-Wave. Actually kind of sits on a lot of Blisseys unless this Blissey has Thunderbolt, but with Seismic Toss, I doubt that's the case. Could be looking at a Moltres in the back for Z-Panther, something like Metagross Moltres, Jirachi Moltres, Swampert Moltres. Moltres is often seen on these kind of Fortress Spikes builds. In comes Ments for Wheelie Carbonate. Doesn't heal after the sand. Ban Salamence? That has to be the set, unless it's like some sort of Lum Salamence or something else crazy. I think this is Ban Salamence. Z-Panther probably seen that and is quite scary because these kind of teams hate seeing Ban Salamence. Suicune's going to take a chunk from Hidden Power Flying here. Doubles out into T-Tar. What? Predicting Ments to come into the Ban Salamence? What? I mean, maybe? I feel like you just go Starmie there and then just fire off a T-Wave, or I don't know. Is this Ice Beam T-Tar? Okay, here comes Coon. Alright. Suicune comes in back to the Ments. I guess this Ments was expecting a Brick Break. Here comes Starmie. I don't know why this is on speed up right now, or why it's speeding up. But that Suicune has a Calm Mind up. This is looking scary. I feel like Wheelie Carbonate is making some, like, intelligent doubles, but then, like, isn't capitalizing on them, or is getting ahead of themselves. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. I feel like they definitely know what they're doing, but this is actually getting scary. Surf, Calm Mind, Suicune. This is likely a rest up here. Here comes Suicune eating a +2 Surf. Is this Suicune just going to try to set up themselves? What is Z-Panther's answer to Suicune? Is Z-Panther going to stay in with this Coon, or is it going to rest up and then pivot out to Blissey? Yeah, that's the play. Rest up, pivot out to Blissey. Here comes Roar. Fortress comes in. Fortress probably doesn't want to boom here. I think that'd be a little bit early. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the play is just to go out to Blissey here and see what happens. We know it's Roar Coon. Likely going to be Calm Mind, Surf, Roar, and then maybe like Rest or Ice Beam. I think this would be more of a Rest Coon. This Blissey, I feel like on a squad like this, could likely be Wish Blissey, actually. to pair with a banned Salamence. I think that makes a lot of sense. And also just keep everything else healthy. Perhaps it's even aromatherapy, but I think this team isn't slow enough to want aromatherapy. Not that aromatherapy Bliss needs to be only on slow-paced teams. I just don't really see that happening here, but let's see what Wheelie wants to do here. I mean, I feel like you just go into, I guess you just go into your Fire Blast T-Tar, right? Yep, here we go. The Z-Panther, yep, sets up a spike. Suicune is likely coming in. How do you capitalize on that, right? This team does seem like it struggles versus Suicune a little bit. You can't do like a ton of damage to it right away with this team. So I actually understand why earlier there wasn't anything that was going to hyper capitalize on the Suicune coming in. Surf, Calm Mind, Rest. I think this is going to be a Sleep Talk Coon. You still could go Starmie, and then you can opt to either spin or just Thunderbolt this Suicune down. And yeah, because also if Suicune clicks Sleep Talk, reminder, Sleep Talk, if you switch out after using Sleep Talk in ADV, your sleep turns are actually reset. So you can't just like Sleep Talk, switch out, Sleep Talk again, and then you wake up. Sleep Talk and switching out actually totally resets it. Huge brick break on the band, and Band Meds is now paralyzed, and the Blissey is gone. That is actually huge for Wheelie Carbonate. This Suicune is looking ultra threatening right now. Fortress is now likely to try to boom on this Suicune. And Paralyzed Meds is not good, but, you know, what if this is Aromatherapy Bliss? I don't know. Yep, Z-Panther is showing, hey, I have Ice Beam here, maybe. Wait, I mean, nothing else kills, so you'd have to show that you have Ice Beam, right? Yeah, I mean, it had to be Ice Beam, because assuming that it's Crunch Tart, oh! I hate seeing freezes so much. Can we just, like, ban Freeze? Oh my god, I hate Freeze. Like, I hate Freeze so much, and this is probably Crunch Suit, Ice Beam, and then maybe it's... I mean, it's actually probably Brick Break T-Tar. Does this not have Fire Blast? I might just try to Crunch here. Oh, I hate seeing Freeze, man. You hate seeing Freeze. Especially given that, in my opinion, Wheelie was ahead in this game. That's an unfortunate Freeze. Do we get the Thaw? Miss a Hydro Pump? Nope, we do not get the Thaw. And this Salamence is looking like it's able to feast on this team right. I mean, Suicune can come in, but doesn't like taking a D-Claw if the Z-Panther clicks D-Claw. Let's see what happens. What is this switch in? Brick Break. Wow, okay. Intimidate to soften up the Salamence. Are you going Blissey now? I mean, I don't know about this. This is showing that it's likely Mixed Ments, and it's going to click D-Claw. Wow, Band HP flying on the Fortress. What in the world? Yeah, that was a Fortress trying to come in maybe on a Coon or a Blissey is what I would think. Because if not, you just click D-Claw and you kill it, right? Wow, Starmie comes in on the T-Tar. What are these switches? Perfect. Perfect stuff. What wants to switch in on a Surf Starmie now? The Suicune's asleep. It's going to get hit by Thunderbolt. This is Surf, Recover, Rapid Spin, Thunderbolt instead of T-Wave Starmie. Makes sense. This team wants to actually, when you're switching into Skarm, you want to click Thunderbolt to actually pressure it more, and this team is a little bit on the back foot versus Suicune, especially if it's like a Suicune plus Doug trio build, or you just don't play perfectly with Blissey, which is hard to do. Why did you do that? Click Surf! Please just click Surf. Kill the T-Tar. Kill it. What are you doing? Totally disagree with that play. What? Kill the T-Tar. Kill it. If you Surf it, then you can spin with Starmie later. Ugh. Am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Is it just like, hey, I now see this T-Tar as setup opportunity with Suicune? Fortress comes in, lives a +1 Surf, and clicks Boom. I mean, okay, let's say if Starmie surfed the T-Tar, what comes in? Literally nothing. Yeah, I really don't like this. Okay, here comes Suicune. I don't know if this Suicune has Roar in the last slot or if it's Sleep Talk, but, you know, this Suicune wants it to be Roar here. But let's see. The Suicune, I think you Calm Mind again here as Suicune, and then you Roar the Suicune out. Okay, they see it differently. They roar out. In comes Fortress. This is not good. Z-Panther really wants to boom here. Does Wheelie Carbonate call the boom? Does he feel like... Let's see. No, he doesn't. This is another Calm Mind here. Suicune has one more turn that it has to sleep. Yep, one more turn that it has to sleep. Okay, I think this is Roar-kun on Panther's side. Makes sense with... I think this has to be Roar then. It would have sleep talked at this point. Let's see, does it rest before roaring? No, it just roars right away. Imagine if you had a Thunderbolt Starmie here. Ugh. I don't know. I really think that T-Tar should have been surfed. But either way, we still got an interesting mid-game here. Let's see what happens. Is Suicune... Oh, it just surfs? Okay, but now Salamence gets a free attack. Does it make the right call? I mean, Suicune's actually just gonna rest up. Never mind, Suicune's just gonna rest up. What are you doing? Here comes T-Tar. Oh! Big paralysis. No way they click Brick Break. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Do you keep the Salamence? I don't even know. I don't know if you keep the Salamence here. I know I keep going back to this, but this T-Tar should have been dead. This T-Tar should have been dead. It should have been a dead T-Tar. And the Starmie should be healthy and alive, but instead we have a dead Starmie, and the T-Tar is just slowly gaining health. Again, really don't understand the spin, the recover play, whatever, but the spin play? Come on, man, click surf. Surf that T-Tar, kill it. Ugh. Either way, they're both thinking now. Alright, elects to sack the Salamence, probably so that Suicune can come in, but like, now this Suicune can roar. Z-Panther Suicune can roar, the Fortress can still boom if it wants to. We don't know what's in the back for Z-Panther. Blissey? Okay, really thinking that Z-Panther doesn't have Brick Break, which I guess is fair. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Here comes counter. Oh, really thinking it had Brick Break and tried to counter on it. I really think this T-Tar had to be Fire Blast, though. I think it was a full Special Tar all the way. Yeah. I mean, cool idea from Wheelie there to try to counter it, but it's not going to work out here. Probably counter Toss, maybe counter Seismic. I mean, yeah. And that also makes extra sense. Okay, here comes T-Tar in on the Earthquake. Big damage from the Fortress. Suicune actually can't come in here because it could die to a crunch and might even get outpaced. I don't know if we knew that from before. Z-Panther also has a T-Tar that can be sacked now that Mence and Starmie are gone. I don't think... Z-Panther definitely isn't staying in. Doesn't want a Suicune to get out of control. Wants an opportunity to boom on the Suicune. I don't think Z-Panther stays in. Yep, here comes Suicune. Does it call it? Wheelie cannot call the Suicune. Suicune is faster than the Tar. You had to click Crunch there. There's no way the Fortress stays in. Maybe this is just, you know, armchair spectator moment, but like, the Fortress was not staying in there. The Fortress is super important as a boom threat. Or even just setting up spikes and, you know, punishing everything. Alright, this Metagross is trying to boom, and Z-Panther's playing with fire right now. I think Z-Panther needs to go to Fortress right now. Ow. This Metagross is hitting all of his Hydro Pumps, aka not getting that 20% chance to unthaw and click boom. Here comes the boom. It's boom. There goes Suicune. Okay. Okay, I think this Suicune now has a pretty good chance to win. Just has to play around that Fortress. I wonder if Z-Panther just goes Fortress right away. No, they go Mence. This Mence has Brick Break. T-Tar dies to that. Does Z-Panther click something into the Coon? Like a D-Claw to force it to rest so that Fortress can come in and like put on a lot of pressure? What's gonna happen? We don't even know what the last is for Z-Panther. Clicks Brick Break on the Suicune. Okay. Okay, is Suicune just gonna try to surf the Fortress down right now? Okay, here comes D-Claw. Okay, Calm Mind. Z-Panther's gonna D-Claw again here and force the Suicune to rest. Is what I think is the play. Or in comes Jirachi on the rest. Okay, is this Calm Mind Jirachi? Can that put in some work? Alright, it's Calm Minding up. This is uh-oh for Wheelie Carbonate. Seeing that the Blissey has counter, I think it's also going to lose 1v1, so I don't think you should go to Blissey here. Suika's going to stay asleep. Is this Thunderbolt? I mean, this is just a hacks fest now, but... Alright. Suicune wakes up, click Calm Mind. Alright. Now, I think Z Panther can Thunderbolt, force Wheelie Carbonate to rest, and then just click Thunderbolt again. Right? Uh-oh. Oh! That's just so huge. I mean, I think the Jirachi still won 1v1 at the end, but that is unfortunate. Here comes Blissey. I mean, what's Blissey going to do versus Jirachi? Is this, yep, it's the subset. It's the subset. Jirachi has 100 HP, so if you go full HP on Jirachi, Jirachi gets 101 HP subs, which means that Seismic can't break the sub. This Jirachi is just going to just get really good versus the Blissey, and that is over. Great plays from Z Panther. I feel like Wheelie Carbonate had multiple opportunities to win. Maybe they could look back at this game. There's a lot to analyze in this game, I think. I really do think there's a lot to analyze on this game. But either way, Z Panther with a 2-0. Keep watching ADV Revival narrations.
Thank you as well to everyone who has donated to the prize pool for ADV Revival. We are already at over $2,400, which is fantastic. If you'd like to donate, the link is down below. Thank you.
KO by one hit! It scattered spikes!
The money got different.